As I told y'all earlier, I got a barber appointment at 11:15. So around like 10:30, I'm going to be clocking up out of here. At least if we can get inside the trade before 10:30, that would be sweet. I don't mind holding it while I'm at the barber shop. Melissa said that it was also a liquidity sweep on the weekly time frame. Let's go check that out. Big Money Mel, she's in the chat. Yep, and she was right. So this is a sweep on the weekly as well. So, let's see what's going to happen, right? And that is why days like this is so tricky, because even though you kind of knew where the market was going, if you don't catch that first move, trying to wait for a market structure to build up, it may not give you a trade for the next hour or so, or something that's clean. So that's why I was saying I was kind of mad I missed that pre-market little move up, because, I was like, that's going to be the cleanest move of the day, more than likely. We got FOMC news 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and then we have PPI news at 8:30 on Friday. So, we have to really practice some patience this week. So we did get our swing handle our swing high on the 5-minute that we was looking for. So this candle closed like I told you guys it would close. Now we want to see this swing high on a 5-minute hold up. Price should be trying to retrace and pick us up. If we go on the 1-minute time frame, there's more than likely going to be some liquidity that the market is going to want to target right here. So let's see if we could take out some liquidity down here. All right, we got some liquidity down here. Let's see if it's going to want to target these guys on a 1-minute time frame, possibly pick us up in a trade. So far though, we just been in this red box, you guys. Just in case y'all don't know what this red box is on my chart, it's the 1 hour rejection block. All right, so I just measured out this wick right here, boxed this wick up because, like I told y'all, I wanted to see that 1 hour candle close above this swing high. So now that we didn't get that close above that swing high, it makes the market very confusing for me, right? Because even though I wanted to be a buyer, now I'm a bit confused. It feels like the script is weakening just a little bit. We did get a close above this swing high on the 1 hour time frame, but I wanted to see a little bit more than that, right? But based on the rules that we're going to be following today, we're going to be looking for this fair value gap to hold up. So we want to take an entry somewhere midpoint in there like that. Then we're going to use this as a stop loss. So no matter how much the market drop down, we're just going to be trusting our buy, right? And even if it drops all the way down here, we're going to at least try to use this as a target, right, for this session. So it could even drop all the way down. I don't know if it's going to drop down here. I'm going to put my entry somewhere like that and just try to go for a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Right. Notice we still haven't taken the trade yet, right? This is how you start, unlocking these prop firms, because you don't want to be trying to trade every little move. If you miss the move, it's okay. Like, you don't have to stress it too much, bro. I know it sucks, like me, especially when I'm on the road and I'm driving and I pull over to trade. I like to be done as fast as possible. So sometimes when I miss the trade and I'm on the road, it do suck, but you just have to be patient, When you're trading these prop firms, you want to get to a point where you can take as few trades as possible. Then when you do take a trade, you risk like 0.5%, maybe even 1/4%. Because like, let's say on a 100K account, if you risk 0.5%, which is $500, and you're going for a 1 to 3, that's $1,500, right? So if you can make 1.5% on your account in one day, that's pretty good, right? Especially on a Monday, where it may not be that much price action on a Monday, right? So that's pretty good. So like I told you guys, it's going to look to come back down here on a 1-minute time frame and sweep some liquidity. Now we're starting to see a little bit of a pullback, right? And I know what y'all are thinking. How is he reading the price so well, but he still haven't taken a trade? It's called patience, man, right? ICT teaches us time and price. And that's very important, right? So right here, we got a potential breakaway gap on the 1-minute time frame, but I'm not looking to take a sell. I don't want to be counter trend today, all right? Unless this is going to start to really break down, but I don't really want to be counter trend. This could be a scalp though. I might actually take this one. Counter trend though. Let me see. We're gonna see how it happens. Well, it already went into this little gap that I was looking at, so I'm not taking it. If it would have left this gap open and just started coming down, maybe I would have taken a sell, but I just want to be on the right side of the market, and I think that we could still go up a little bit more, at least get to the top of this opening range gap. All right, I don't know if it's going to go into this new week opening gap, but I at least want the top of this area right here. So we're finally getting our pullback, right? And I just pretty much walked y'all through my entire process today. So I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. So far, everything that we have been talking about is happening, right? I told y'all about this liquidity that I marked out with these yellow bubbles. And we're going to see if the market wants to take some of this liquidity down here. Right, I could put a line on it as well for you guys. Let's see how far down we want to go. So this is definitely looking like it's going to be potentially my first entry. I'm very tempted to take the sell going down as well, but I don't want to try to be taking the sell and the buy. I need to just stay focused on one thing, especially when it keeps coming back up like this. I would have been almost stopped out right there if I would have taken that sell. My stop loss would have had to been right there. That's why we didn't take that sell right there, y'all. I would have had to have my stop loss right there, and then we would have been stopped out already. So the worst thing you can do is when you discover the trend, you want to try to stay with the trend. Don't try to get too fancy and get impatient and start taking sales. I'm not saying that we're still not going to come down here and sweep this liquidity. I'm just saying the market could fake you out 2 or 3 different times before it does it. Then you would have taken those losses and just wish you would have just been patient and waited for this buy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a sell right here. All right, I just jumped in for a quick sell. See if I can get a scalp right here using this right there.